Well, hello everyone, welcome to another week. This morning we were piping a small bit of slurry, just a couple of paddocks, and got too thick on us, so we, once we got that bit out, we are here now at Silage. I suppose we have a lot, maybe, what's here, there's a lot of 10 acres maybe, around that, somewhere in that region. Later on we'll be giving this a bit of a tedding. The farm wants it tedded, so it'll probably be picked up tomorrow, I'd imagine. And it is very, very nice stuff. It was reseeded 2 years ago, I'd say, maybe 3, but all the ryegrasses are still growing very, very well in it, so this will probably be cut 3 times, if not 4. And yeah, he'll just make a very, very good use of it. But like I said, lovely grass growing here, and as you can see, the pottingers are absolutely skinning it. Lovely cut off of them. Very, very pleased with them. One of the lads is working away with it there now today. It's his first day out with it, so he's taking it a bit conny and a bit easy, but getting into the swing of it no less. So yeah, later on I'll come back and do a bit of tedding, and tomorrow we have slurry tanking to do, and we also have this, so quite a bit to do tomorrow, but the week looks wet after that, so maybe the pressure will be off, who knows. So yeah, that's basically it. I just said I'd come out and see how we're getting on, and probably go back now and get silage gear ready, balers must be put on, and that kind of thing. Well, we're just drawing a bit of slurry here. I said I'd go at this job this evening, get it out of my way. Here's the 6290 with the agitator. There's 2 of us spreading. We've about 35 acres to cover that way. So this is a very, very busy road during, shall we say, business hours. So we said we'd make a start this evening. We might get a couple of hours knocked out of it, and into tomorrow then we'll probably make a burst again very early tomorrow morning. So yeah, that's kind of why we're spreading, 2 of us spreading here this evening. So he's just in front of me with the CVX and the major tank. You probably can't see a whole while because the sun is shining straight at us, but once we get into the field I'll show you a bit of what we're doing. Well, as you can see, there's the major and the CVX, and we're just splash plating with the 2 tankers. This field is destined for silage. There was a lot of docks here, but they've been sprayed, and as you can see, they got a very good kill on them, more or less all obliterated, which is very, very good to see. So yeah, I'll be settling in here for the evening, and sure, maybe if anything exciting happens, we'll show you, but until tomorrow, till we're back at the silage, we'll probably talk to you then. Okay, so welcome back everyone. As you can see, we're baling silage here now at the minute, and we have some amount of crows, deadly amount of them. Usually when the weather is very mixed and the ground is a bit damp, you will see an awful lot of them. Like last summer there now, you know, we had that very, very dry May and June, and there wasn't that many crows around because my theory behind it is the ground got too hard for them to pick, and it just basically they stopped trying after a while. But you would notice after a spell of wet weather and you're at silage, you can see they're pecking the ground away the whole time. So if anyone has any cures to get rid of them, stop them landing, because unfortunately they do damage the bales, and it is a bit of a pain, but what can you do? But like I say, if anyone has any theories or any ideas on how to get rid of them, please let me know. So I'm baling away, and there's 2 tractors drawing. The farmer's tractor is here drawing as well, which is a Valtra, and we're loading them and unloading them, and the TM is drawing there as well. So I'd say we'll probably have the region of maybe 100 odd bales that way. We already have 37, and we're just on our 3rd round of the headland of the field, so quite a good crop. The first round was probably the heaviest. It seems to have got a bit lighter as we went in, but yeah, we'll plug away at it and we'll get there. It's very windy, unfortunately. I brought the drone with me and all to stick it up, but it's very, very windy, so unless it calms down a bit, I don't think I'll be able to throw it up. It'll just be a bit too risky. But other than that, I need to change my plastic in a bale or two, and we'll probably show you the the wrapper and all that side of it. So we're going away nicely. I'm putting additive on this stuff as well, so I have my controller here next to me. I still haven't mounted it, I must do it, but it's just one of them jobs. Been putting the long finger for a while. I'm able to go at a lovely pace, and I'm just keeping with the wrapper. I'm doing about 3 kilometers an hour, and the wrapper is more or less just finished by the time I have a bale, so everything is nice and in sync at that speed. As you can see, she's just finishing her revolution. She's just putting on the net there now, so there should be absolutely no delay by the time her net knife goes. Her bale is off and out her bale comes. Wouldn't it be lovely not to have to stop? The thousands and thousands of times to stop over the course of the season. It'd just be nice not to have to stop. But yeah, make a very good headway. Once we have this field done, we have to drop the tankers, drop all the silage gear off again and go tanking slurry. So that'll be our evening, and as we're getting further into this, I'll give you an update. I couldn't show you changing over the plastic, unfortunately, because it was just blowing an awful gale, and you wouldn't have been able to hear a word I was saying. So I'll stay at this and we'll talk to you later. Okay, so another job completed. Like I was saying to you earlier on, while we were baling there, we had intended on going tanking slurry tonight and just get another job over and done with. Just another less of a headache, and while the roads are quiet, it was a prime time to take advantage of it, because we're in very close proximity to town here, and there's a big Ford car garage here in front of us, but we're basically right on the edge of the town here. So while the road is quiet, it was a great time to take advantage of it. There's one more load to be sprayed, but the other tank is gone back to the farmyard, and he'll spread that one, so it'll spare me the journey. So what we're going at tomorrow is we have some slurry piping to do, and after that, the weather for the week looks very mixed, so it's hard to imagine we'll be doing a desperate amount, but I've been proven wrong all the year so far, so it'll just give us one last chance to check over the silage gear and get it fully ready for the season ahead. So yeah, that's, I suppose, all I can say about where we're at the moment. We got on very well at the silage. We flew through it, absolutely no hiccups whatsoever, so delighted with that. If every day could have went like earlier on went, it would be the absolute ideal thing, but unfortunately that's not always the case. But today anyway, it went very well. So yeah, I'll chat to you tomorrow. Well, we were just tanking a bit of slurry there this morning, and but it got too thick for us, so I'm on the way home now, and it's looking like it looks absolutely lovely at the moment, but it's very warm and very dead. And to look at the forecast, we're in for an absolute monumental amount of rain in the next 24 hours. So what I'm going doing is I'm going heading home. This tractor is still leaking a bit of oil, so tomorrow's job will be to investigate that, and I'm putting stuff away now, putting stuff into the shed. The baler's in the shed. The baler has never spent a night out. The tractor and butterflies must go into the shed. This will go into the workshop, and the load and shovel and the 6290 will be going into the shed as well. So our 130 is also gone. It's sold. Anyway, I know there was a lot of eagle-eyed people were commenting, saying, is that what you call it? Is that you were have you for sale or whatever. And yeah, that was our tractor. So that's now sold, and I'll let you guess what the replacement is. It won't be here for a week or two, but I'll let you guess away. See, can you figure out what's coming? So yeah, I'll basically be going home, taking off tanks and putting in stuff, and putting it all in out of the shed, out of the rain for tonight and tomorrow, and we'll be doing a bit of maintenance on this tractor tomorrow. Well, good morning everyone, and welcome back to the shed. It's been a while since we've been here. This morning we have our TM in here. We're doing a bit of servicing, changing our oil. Just shoving my book a little bit. Changing our oil and looking for the source of our leak, which took a bit of finding because she was only really leaking when she was hot. So we had all our inside here, we were given a look. We thought it'd be around our PTO unit, but what it actually transpired to be is our oil cooler is ever so slightly leaking. So it's actually the second oil cooler I put in this tractor. She's going for her third. So someone mentioned to me before that an oil cooler out of a 60-80 fits into them and keeps them a bit cooler. So I'll suss out man I usually get the New Holland stuff off of about that. I'll give him a ring and we'll probably shoot up to him to get an oil cooler. I know you can send them away to get them fixed and all that, but he probably has a second hand one there anyway, so that'll keep us out of trouble. So yeah, that's the theme of the day. I must change my filters now next, once our oil is drained, and we'll fill her up with oil, change her diesel filter, and she'll be ready to go again. Okay, so we have all our bits got for this tractor. Well, I tell a lie, we have our air conditioning sorted, but we don't have an oil cooler because he just didn't have one at the minute. So I'm just going to get a new one, because by the time you'd have that one reconditioned, it'd cost you the well, it wouldn't cost you the price, but you wouldn't be far off the price of getting a new one. So I'll get a new one, and then we'll have a spare anyway at least. What I'm doing here is I've changed my filters, and I'm just going bleeding her up now, which basically is very easy doing these. You just open this fella and you let out your air. As you can see, we've air coming there now. I'm going to close that for a second, and I'm going to get something to stick underneath it, save making a mess. Obviously, if you don't bleed it, the tractor won't start. You get air locked, and you'll have great difficulty. So this is obviously our fuel filter, our oil filters at the other side. You will have seen us draining the oil out, but yeah, here we are bleeding our fuel system. This pump is electric, and when you turn on your ignition, out comes your diesel, which you would have heard the pump changing note there. And just make sure there's no air bubbles, close them up, and our tractor should start once we sit in. So we'll give that a go. Funnily enough, I've mentioned it, but our tractor's heavy enough on fuel filters. It goes through quite a few a year. Don't know the reason for it, but she gets right smoky, and you know it's time to change them then. There we go, start the first pig, and that's our oil changed, our fuel filter changed, and once we get our oil cooler, I'll change our oil cooler. It's just weeping a small bit, so it'll work away for the time being, but easier have our bits sorted now than obviously when we're very busy in the middle of silage. So yeah, that's kind of it from today really. By the time I went away and got all that organised, I didn't have too much spare time, but tomorrow we'll probably get stuck into servicing another tractor. Okay, so you will have seen the Ferguson, or not even the Ferguson, the TM. We were servicing that, and brought this in to do a few small jobs to it. Basically, a few people have asked me about these things now on the comments and on the Facebook page and that kind of stuff. These are your drive shaft hangers. I don't know, I'll turn on the light. You should be able to see it a bit better. I'll give an explanation now for anyone watching. So there are your drive shaft hangers, and I'm trying to hold the light and control the camera. As you can see, there's the tiniest bit of movement there, but we've taken out of it. And how you do that is, we'll just go in this side, is these two bios. This fella on top, there's two nuts there. You just squeeze them in, and if you're out of thread, just put in a bush or a shim and squeeze again, and that's basically how you take it out. How you take it out, if you lock on and you're when you have the 4-wheel drive on, and if you lock on and it's banging like mad, just squeeze them up. Basically, is how you take it out of it. So yeah, she was rattling a small bit, so we've that done on this now. We're giving it a bit of a clean up, clean the cab and stuff, and over here I just tidied up this area a small bit. Put the top links on the wall, and hooks and the slings for when we get stuck, which does happen from time to time, unfortunately. So just put all that in an organised area, because sometimes you're rooting around, you don't know where the top link was lashed. So if it has a home, put it on its home, and anytime you go looking for it, they should be there. So yeah, that's basically our week, I would imagine. Still raining. Yesterday made an awful lot of rain. It's raining again today, so I can't see a desperate amount happening over the weekend. I think I have a bit of a job to do tomorrow, but nothing too serious. So yeah, that's basically it. Thanks everyone who's tuned in for another week. I hope you're enjoying the videos. Last week I asked you what you'd want to see, and some great feedback on the comments, and I'm delighted with that. Thanks for letting me know what you'd want to see. Definitely food for thought for the future. So yeah, we'll see you next week.